everybody, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name's Deshaun, and today I am here to give you my anime of the week, The Great Pretender. This is a Netflix original series that came out about, I believe, 2019. It has 2 seasons up there right now as of, I think the last season came out in 2020, I believe. So, and I watched both seasons, so I guess there's going to be a review of both seasons. And, this is a really fucking great anime. Like, I'm telling you right now, this anime was right up my fucking alley. Now, I had it on the queue, you know, on the, like, the list for quite a while. And, like, because, like, I saw the premise of it, and I saw a bit of footage on it, and I was like, this looks like it'd be entertaining. But, and I will admit to you, when I started watching it, and, it was just in subtitles for the beginning of it, I was like, I'm not sure if this is enough. It looked a little, I watched like the first few minutes and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch this. And then for some reason, just the other day, I was bored. Like, literally, like, I binged this whole thing in like a couple days, like 2-3 days. Just like 2-3 days ago, I was bored and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna watch it. I know at a certain point they start speaking English, so I'm curious of why they're not speaking English off the top. The thing about this anime that is so unique, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that there was a lot of American producers on this, even maybe some American writers on this, is that it doesn't always feel like an anime. It feels like an American TV show that happens to be an anime. Like, the writing of it a lot of times feels like an American TV show or an American movie. This anime is so phenomenal and so full of so much style. There's shades of Cowboy Bebop with the jazz music, the jazz intro and the interesting, the outro are so interesting. And the jazz music that is used throughout the entirety of the show, which really reminded me of Cowboy Bebop. The use of jazz and the times they used it really harkened back to Cowboy Bebop. There is massive stuff from Ocean's 11. It has massive Ocean's 11 vibes. It has massive, there's this TV show that used to be on called the, Leverage. It has that kind of vibe too. Tad bit of A-Team to it. There's a lot of fucking styles and a lot of things this show is, grabbing its entirety of its form from, like its style from. And but the show itself is about this young guy named Makoto. Now Makoto, you know, it's pretty clear that he's down on his luck for some reason, but he has a couple skill sets. He's a low time con artist. You know, simple shit, selling bullshit to elderly people, picking wallets, shit like that. He's low-town until he runs into this Frenchman named Laurent. I believe his name is Laurent. I don't know if I've been saying it right, but his name is Laurent. He runs into this Frenchman named Laurent. Now Laurent proves to be maybe a better con man than him, and you know his scheme Makoto's scheme going awry. He decides to follow Laurent to prove that he's a better con artist than him. And in the process of, you know, being interested in this other con artist, a younger con artist, interested in an older con artist, he ends up getting involved in this crazy fucking thing where he ends up getting involved with this guy who's a part of an organization. Turns out Laurent is the head, well, seemingly the head. No, there's not really a head, but he's a member of this freaking con organization, or they like to call, say, confidence man, con artist organization, that go around and rip off bad people, mob people who are doing illegal shit, traffickers, shit like that. They go around ripping these people off and fucking them over in the end. Like that, so they're basically a group. They're basically a Robin Hood group. That's basically they're a bunch of con artists who use their skills to fuck with bad people, to fuck with, you know, like rich mafia people and like Colombian drug dealers and shit, like big drug dealers and shit like that. Those are the people they go and fuck with and screw over and help take down. And they do this But don't be fooled. They do it for the money because they get their money, but they'll fuck them over too. It's the kind of shit where like the cops will come in, take down the drug kingpin and the whole organization, but there's no drug money to be seen and they don't know what a drug money is. Like that kind of shit. It's like, we stopped him, but we're getting our money. So yeah, Makoto is involved with these crazy, and they have all these crazy heists. But the thing about the show is, for a very long time, and I don't want to spoil this for you if you see it, I'm gonna just let you know that it feels very TV show. It feels very much like Leverage, like the show Leverage, where like literally Makoto will just be. By the way, I feel bad for Makoto the entirety of both seasons because he literally has no fucking clue what's going on. He just keeps getting dragged into this shit, and he can't get away from Laurent, who it took me a while to realize this, that Laurent is the great pretender because he's so good. Laurent is such a good con man that he's running cons in the middle of them running cons. Like, it is great. Like I said, it has a very Ocean's 11's vibe to it, to just how far they go to con these people. I mean, I'm not gonna like. I'm telling you, at a certain point, they had to con this. I can't remember where he was from, but he was this guy who was like a former prince or something, and like he was running this fucking like air racing tournament, like air racing league where it was rigged, where the whole league was completely rigged, so so that he can make whatever money he wanted to make, and it was rigged. Like the whole air racing league was rigged. And one of the things they did to trick this guy was they pretended like there was this exclusive executive big money like betting place, and they completely, within the course of like a week, took an area and completely recreated it to look like a big time VIP like area. I mean, it gets crazier. I'm telling you right now, season 2, the lengths they go to pull off these cons. And honestly, it's so cool too, because it's one of those things where like Ocean's 11 was just like 11 dudes. They have a huge cast of dudes in this con organization. They have over 100 dudes in this con organization. So they can get some shit done to trick a dude. Like I halfway wait for them. I'm like they would be willing to rebuild. Like the kind of shit they do in this show is almost like they would like give you a vacation ticket, let you go away on vacation for a couple weeks, completely rebuild your house, just rebuild your house, but add in like things that they need, and you come in your house, not even notice it's different until you realize it's different, and it's too late. Like that's the kind of cons these people are running. But each episode, like I thought it's a bit different than anime too, because most anime have a huge arc, and there are smaller things inside of that arc. This is the opposite. It's individual things, but there is something. Just a minor spoiler. There is something, but there are these small little heists. They call cases. These small heists. There's one at the beginning. There's 3 in season 1. There's 3 heists in season 1, and there's I guess I'd say 2 in season 2. So yeah, there's 3 heists in season 1 and 2 in season 2, and like that's like I said, like you would think that it'd be a ton of them, but like no, there's 3 heists, and each of them is an individual thing. You discover more about each one of the head members of this organization, of the I guess they're the pretenders. I guess they're great pretenders. Maybe that's what the organization's called. But you do find out something about each of the individual head people, each time they do a job. So like that's what the arc is really. There isn't like an over arc, a huge over story. It's you learning more insight in these characters each episode. It's fun. It's vibrant. It has multiple languages. They did a thing where I don't think I've really seen this, like in an anime before, where they outright just kind of go, no, people speak English, people speak Japanese. Japanese people who are not from America America or Britain have an accent when they do speak English. Now they get rid of that to make it more clear for us, but the accent's there, like you hear it sometimes. And at the beginning especially, they like when Makoto would talk, he had a thick Japanese accent when he's talking English. And I thought that was really cool to like really put emphasis on that fact. Not to mention, I mean, the cast is so so biracial, and there's so many different, there's Pakistanians, there's Japanese, French, there's so many different, black, white, Chinese, Japanese, there's so many, the cast is so, it's so great, it's so diverse. And for an anime to have such a diverse cast without taking away, because most animes, when they do have a black character or something, or like they try to have that, it always ends up like, well, then, like, I'm not saying that that means anything, but it always ends up feeling like it's like, well, okay, they either play the blackness up way too much, where they're just like, yo, dog, or it's non-existent, and it's almost like, okay, you just painted black over him, and it was like, he's a black character. It was like, is he? It's like that one dude in Dragon Ball Z with the fucking mohawk. That one black character who was like trained under Goku. It was like, man, ain't nothing black about him but that. Like you know what I mean? I was like, come on, man, like nothing. Like, but this don't do that with cultural. When there's someone from China, he's from China. He talks like he has slight accent. He might, and the thing is, they really put emphasis on that. And the places they go are gorgeous. The animation is great too. And like I said, each character is very interesting. Makoto is interesting. The whole thing is interesting. By the time it wraps up, you're ready to watch more. By the time season 2 ended, I was like, oh man, well, I'm ready to watch something else. But I loved The Great Pretender. I really did. I loved it. I fucking had a blast watching it. It was so fun seeing these con artists come up with these elaborate schemes to screw these people over, and how it would, like, it's fun seeing them really, it's fun seeing Laurent come up with these elaborate schemes, and like, just nobody knows what he's doing, but he does. And it's fun seeing Makoto just fucking holding on to the seat of his pants as, dude, minor spoilers, I do feel bad for Makoto. At a certain point in this show, after the first fucking heist, he tries to retire. He's like, I'm good, I'm done, I'm gonna go start over, I learned my lesson, stealing's bad, I'm good. And like, they didn't let this fuck, and he thought, and he got a job at a place, thinking he has a job the whole goddamn time for months. He spent months at this job, working hard, just to discover that this company doesn't exist that he's working for, and the guy he's been working for works for Laurent, and what he's been doing is something that Laurent wants, and what he's been like working on this whole entire time is something to help out Laurent on a job. So Laurent was just like, well, you're working for me anyway, so you might as well help. It's like, dude, shit like that keeps happening to Makoto. He just can't get away from this motherfucker. He's like, bruh, this is ridiculous. Like, Laurent is on some other shit. Like I said, this dude's running schemes on veteran schemers who are in on his scheme. Like, he's on some other shit, dude. But like they say, but you learn more about him, as the, show, as you see the show. But like I said, I loved it. I'd give this a 10 out of 10, man. I loved it. I really was into it. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was thinking about this shit at work, man. I was like, I can't wait to get back home and finish watching it. Man, I hope Netflix probably canceled this, but still, man, I love The Great Pretender. I thought it was fascinating. I thought it was stylish. I thought it was fun. It was upbeat. It was like Ocean's 11 and Cowboy Bebop had a baby. That's what the show is. If Ocean's 11, Cowboy Bebop, and I guess Leverage had a baby, if those three things did the fusion dance, you would get The Great Pretender. Just full of style, these elaborate plans, and these guys, and in each case is uniquely different than the next. It's uniquely different, and it takes a unique touch. Something different has to be involved. And like I said, I had a blast watching this, man. Love the jazz music. The score was great. The intro, love the intro. And I love that outro is hilarious, dude. I can't help but listen to it. Like, I just dig it, dude. Oh, I'm the Great Pretender. It's great, dude. I love this anime. I recommend you guys check it out. 2 seasons on Netflix right now. I'm telling you, this is a one. Thank you guys for joining the Complicated Movie Show again. Please do like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.